Hello everyone, welcome back to Storytime with Gemma. Today we'll be reading Walt Disney Bambi. Early one spring morning, the quiet of the woods was broken by a thumping sound. It was Thumper the rabbit, loudly thumping his foot on a log. Wake up, Thumper cried. The new prince is born. Oh, let's see. The animals all followed Thumper to a thicket. There, a doe nestled with her sleeping fawn. He was the new prince of the forest. You're to be congratulated, friend Hole said to the mother deer. This was a very special day. The mother deer gently nudged the fawn. Wake up, she said. We have company. The fawn tried to stand on his new legs. Look, he's trying to get up, Thumper cried. Hopping over to watch, Thumper asked, kind of wobbly, isn't he? Before long, the fawn was up on all four legs. He looked down at Thumper. What are you going to call him? Thumper asked. I think I'll call him Bambi, the doe said. Bambi and Thumper soon became best friends. Every day, Thumper taught Bambi something new about the forest. Those are birds, Thumper told Bambi one day. Say bird. Bird, Bambi shouted, frightening away the little forest creatures. Thumper laughed when he heard his friend talk. Bambi was very proud of himself. He wanted to try again. That's a butterfly, Thumper explained, and those pretty things are flowers. Just then a little black and white face poked out of the flower patch and was nose to nose with Bambi. Flower? Bambi said. Thumper giggled. That's not a flower. He can call me Flower if he wants to, said the skunk. I don't mind. I'm sure you don't. Spring turned into summer. One warm day, Bambi's mother said, I'm going to take you to the meadow. What's the meadow? Bambi asked. His mother told him that the meadow has grass and room to run. Another deer there. Thumper told Bambi there were other deer in the forest. He couldn't wait to meet them. The meadow was a large open space with waving grass. Bambi was about to run out when his mother stopped him. Bambi, wait. The meadow is wide and open, so we have to be very careful, she told him. Bambi's mother made sure that the meadow was safe. Then she called Bambi out of hiding. What fun Bambi had at the meadow. He and Thumper chased a frog to the pond. The frog croaked and jumped away. Bambi bent down to have a drink of the cool water. He saw another little fawn's face drawn is in the reflection. Who is this? Bambi wondered to himself. Bambi ran to find his mother. This is Pauline, his mother told him. Bambi said hello, and the two fawns began chasing each other around the meadow. Bambi and Pauline quickly became friends. Suddenly, all became still on the meadow. Bambi and Pauline looked up. A strong deer with large antlers was walking towards them. Bambi stared at the massive buck. Wow! The buck turned his head and looked at Bambi. Then he went up on a rock to look out over the meadow. He stopped and looked at me, Bambi whispered to his mother. Bambi's mother explained that he was the great prince of the forest and Bambi's father. Ah. Summer turned into autumn. Soon golden leaves began to fall from the trees. The wind swept across the meadows, and the icy water of the stream made Bambi shiver. Winter was coming. Ooh, we like winter. Yes. Bambi woke up one morning to see the forest had turned white. What's all that white stuff? He asked. It's snow, his mother explained. Winter has come. Bambi stepped out of his den. Plop! A big pile of snow landed right on his head. Oh. Come on, called Thumper. It's all right. The water stiffed. The two friends hurried to the pond. Whee! Thumper laughed as he slid across the ice. Bambi tried to follow him. Crash! But he fell down on the slippery ice. You got to watch both ends at the same time, Thumper explained, trying to help. Thumper gave Bambi a push, and the little deer slipped and slid across the pond. He landed right outside the flower's den. Bambi and Thumper wanted the little skunk to play with them. The little skunk was hibernating. He always slept through winter. The snow had covered the plants on the ground, and the deer had a hard time finding food. Bambi didn't like eating the chewy bark from the trees, but there was little else to eat. Winter sure is long, Bambi said, sighing. Whew. Later, Bambi and his mother found some grass in the meadow. Bambi was nibbling on some of it when his mother raised her head. She sensed there was danger nearby. Suddenly, his mother cried, Run, Bambi, run! The little fawn heard a thunderous noise as he dashed through the woods to safety. He reached the thicket, but his mother wasn't behind him any longer. Mother, he called. Mommy! Then Bambi's father came out of the forest. Your mother can't be with you any longer. Now you must be brave. Come, my son, the great prince said. So Bambi followed him into the snowy woods. Oh, oh. At long last the sun warmed the earth. The flowers bloomed, and the birds began to sing songs once more. Oh my, yarn friend old, same thing every spring. Bambi and his friend had grown up over the winter. Friend Old told them that they were all be twitterpating now that spring was here. Being twitterpating means falling in love. It can happen to anybody, said the owl, so you better be careful. All was right. Flower met a pretty girl skunk. Ooh, Thumper flirted with a sweet girl rabbit. And when Falling saw Bambi, she gave him a big kiss. They were all twitterpated. Mm-hmm. Bambi and Falling still liked to go to the meadow together. But instead of playing tag, they walked quietly side by side. Ooh. One morning, Bambi woke up to a strange smell in the wind. He left Falling and climbed a mountain where Bambi was met by his father. The two deer saw a stream of smoke rising from the woods below. Fire! Farlene woke up and began to search for Bambi. The smell of smoke grew stronger. Suddenly, a pack of dogs began to chase her. Oh no! A pack of growling dogs trapped Farlene, but then Bambi raced to her rescue. Bambi lowers his head and drove the dogs away with his sharp pointed antlers. Run, Farlene! He shouted. The young doe jumped across the cliff to safety. Bambi leaped from one cliff to another to follow Farlene. Bambi reached the other side, but the young prince was hurt. He had no strength to move. Meanwhile, a thick, billowy cloud of smoke moved closer and closer to Bambi. Oh no, Bambi, wake up! Suddenly, Bambi heard a familiar voice. Get up, Bambi! The fire is almost here. It was the great prince of the forest. Bambi struggled to his feet. The two deer raced through the forest to escape the terrible fire. Bambi and his father came to a river. Bambi hesitated and then jumped, soaring over a waterfall. They were safe. The other forest creatures had gathered on an island in the middle of the river. Pauline rushed over to Bambi. She was so relieved to see that he was okay. All the animals sadly watched as the forest burned. But the fire did not destroy the forest completely. By the next spring, the trees were green again. Thump, thump, thump. Thumper was calling the animals of the forest. Come and see, he shouted. Thumper and Flora and their children hurried over to see Pauline. By her side lay two tiny fawns. Prince Bambi must be very proud, said friend Ole. All was right once again. Bambi stood proudly watching over his family as the new great prince of the forest. The end. Thanks for tuning in to Storytime with Gemma. See you next time.